G'day everyone. I thought we would have a quick chat today about Etsy's new shipping policy that they have just released for US sellers, whereby by October 1st, you have to charge $6 or less for your shipping to get a boost in search, or it says it will affect your position in search. Now, for anyone who is outside the US, this is not going to affect you. Doesn't affect me. I'm outside the US, but I thought we'd have a little chat about it today so you could talk about it in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts. Are you going to change anything to do with your Etsy prices based on this? So if you're not familiar with it, let's have a quick look at what the changes are. Okay, so we're updating how postage price is factored into search for US domestic listings. What does that actually mean? They've introduced this whole search visibility page thing. I was going to do a video on that, but this came out as well, so let's just talk about it all here. So this is a new page which will show you any factors that risk lowering your search visibility. So this is mine. You can see that I have to update the category in 71 of my listings, and I need to upload higher resolution photos in 11 of my listings. Now, this is because some of these listings are well over a decade old. They've been in my shop for a very long time, so I have old photos that I need to update on some of my old listings that aren't as high resolution as Etsy would like. And I have older categories that when I first set up my listings, they didn't have the more detailed categories. Now they do. So they're telling me, hey, go in and change your listings so that you have these more detailed categories. So as part of this update, they're talking about different things you can do to boost your visibility in Etsy search, right? Okay, other things are great. They've got some more information here, but let's go back to what we were just talking about. Okay, so the postage price change for US sellers. Beginning October 1st, US listings with domestic postage prices lower than $6 will be prioritized in search. But there are a bunch of exceptions. Let's talk about what those exceptions are. Okay, so I'll come back to the other stuff, but very importantly, this is the exceptions, okay? Digital listings, obviously. Listings dispatched from US sellers to non-US destinations. So international postage is exempt from this, thank goodness, right? Listings dispatched by sellers from outside the US, so that's me, people like me, anyone who doesn't live in the US. Listings that are using the free delivery guarantee already. So if you're already doing free delivery, this doesn't affect you. Listings that use calculated postage. So basically, they're saying if you don't use calculated postage and you charge more than $6 for your postage, we're going to penalize you in search in some way. Keep in mind that this list is subject to change as we expand our postage price solutions. We'll be sure to let you know if we make any change. You can share your thoughts with us here, so make sure you don't just share your thoughts in the comments under this video. Head on over and give them feedback if this is something that you do not like, and let them know, right? So listings with domestic postage price lower than $6 will be prioritized in search if you are a US citizen, well, a US resident, I should say. You're selling from within the US. Okay, there is a new tool that will allow you to select multiple listings at once, so you can edit your prices in bulk if you do want to change this. And then they've got your questions answered. But okay, so they have the outline here of what's changed. Okay, buyers have told us that expensive postage is a top 10 barrier to purchase on Etsy. Sure, but we have to cover the postage price somewhere. So those of us who are already doing free shipping, we already put the postage in our item price, right? We have to cover it. It's just by our psychology. We're just, instead of having it separately, we put that price on our item price and charge more for our items. Now, this works better for some people than others. Me, I sell jewelry that is not cheap, right? So the difference between a $120 ring and a $130 ring is not hugely significant. But for those of you who are like selling smaller items, it's more of a percentage of your cost to include the shipping in your fee. So some of you may not have been doing this. That's why the US shipping guarantee is under $35. They kind of understand that cheaper small items, it's a lot harder to do this. But still, they're saying now it doesn't matter how big your item is, how heavy your item is, what your item is. This is going to be the rules unless you use calculated shipping. So I think this is a bit of a push for them to encourage people in the US to use calculated shipping. I don't know why that is. Maybe because then you buy your shipping through Etsy and it inflates their numbers. Who knows, you know, just speculating. But that might have something to do with it. They talk about this here. Our data shows that shifting some of your postage cost into your item price while keeping the total price the same can be an effective way to prove your sales. Yes, again, it comes back to that buyer psychology. People prefer to see cheaper shipping, right? But things are getting more expensive. So this is really not the best of times for them to be pulling something like this, because shipping is getting more expensive, items are getting more expensive, and people have less money to spend. So this is kind of not ideal, I think. And finally, why under $6? Our data tells us that once postage prices are $6 or above, buyers are less likely to make a purchase. So look, they are going on a heck of a lot of data. You know, there's millions of transactions on Etsy every year. So they do know from their data that this is, you know, the case. If you want to take advantage of that knowledge by making sure that your listing, your shipping price is under $6, then great. But I personally don't like the idea that they are penalizing you in search if you are charging more than that. I'm not going to go through all the Q&A here. You can look through this yourself, and I'll link to this below. I'm sure if you're in the US, you already have seen this in your dashboard, but I just wanted to make sure that everybody had seen this, make sure that you're aware of it, because it is going to change things for your shop come October the 1st. So make sure that you've thought through this before then, you've made a decision on what you want to do. And again, let me know in the comments below what you're going to do here. Is it going to impact your shop at all? I'd love to hear from you. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you again in the next video, and bye for now.